Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Here we go. I'm excited to be here this morning. It feels, oh, wait a minute. Something's not right here. Hold on. Give me just a second. Why is my Instagram not in the right place? Okay, wait a minute. Maybe let me look at that. Okay. It's there. I don't know why I can't see it. So I apologize if you're here on Instagram and I can't see you at all. There's something amiss. I must have clicked something. So anyway, here we are. It's a gorgeous morning here in Georgia. Quite cold. And when I walked the dog this morning, it was 20 degrees, and that was high for where it had been, but the wind chill had it down to 10 degrees. And tomorrow we're expected to have, and I know people that live north of here probably think it's crazy that we just kind of have a meltdown about all this, but we're going to be having some inclement weather, which will be a level of ice for a while, then a level of snow, and another level of ice, and another level of snow. And I don't know how many inches they're saying right now, but the significant thing is it's layers of ice in between, and then there's going to be a layer of ice on the top. And then when it stops, the temperature does not go above a certain, I think, 22 degrees or something. So we're supposed to really be in hunkered down inside, I guess, for a bit. So the tricky thing or the interesting thing will be when I walk the dog in the morning. How will that all go, right? So we shall see. All right, let me pull this up on my phone and let's see what's going on here. Here we go. Hold on. Give me a second. All right. Let me click this right here. All right. Got it going. And like I said, I'm excited to be here with you guys this morning and to share a little bit more of my thoughts and ideas for our expansive world, our expansive new year, our expansive new thoughts and actions, right? Expansive seems to be my word for the year. Expansive. I love it because I feel like I am becoming expansive in every area of my life. And if that's what you want, I want that for you too. So I'm going to go ahead and share the affirmation. Hold on, let me do this. Bear with me a second. And as you get here, make sure that you say hello. And once again, if you're watching on Instagram, for whatever reason, my window that I had with the showing that is not open. I don't know. So I can't see if you're there or not. So if you are, you can just join in the conversation and hopefully I can go back and see that later. But however, the place that this all begins is the Stand Up and Stand Out community on Facebook. So you're always welcome to join that if you're not already in it. I know some of the members actually show up on the morning lives on Instagram, some on YouTube. So it could be that you're already part of it. But if not, I'm giving you a special invitation. You join by going to vickypoole.com, VICKIEPOOLE.com, and then you're prompted to answer the 3 questions, and you have to answer the questions to be a member. And so if you don't, I will send you one message to let you know that whatever happened, because sometimes a window changes and then you can't get back to it, but I'll offer for you to come back in and fill out the questions. And if not, eventually you'll be deleted. And if you choose to try again, answer the questions. All right. All right. So today's affirmation is I am now stepping into my magnet to miracle stage where magic unfolds with ease and I'm ready to have fun and enjoy the surprises life brings. Because we want to release all of our feelings of wanting to control everything, right? And we typically want to do that, especially if we're in business and we're working on getting our business up and running and we're entrepreneurs and we're wearing a lot of hats. We feel like we're trying to control all the bits and pieces of it, right? And in actuality, if we can relax and just allow the magnet of to miracles show up in our lives, then the inspired action will actually help us to not control things, but to flow with things. And we see more and more miracles unfolding, and we can be so surprised by the way things show up. And I know for me, many times it's been, I'd connect with someone and it would be an amazing opportunity to work together and to create, but the synchronicities that had to come about for us to connect in the first place, I could never, never, never have orchestrated that, right? And so a lot of times when we're trying to control all the pieces of how things transpire, we're actually blocking the magic because we're saying, nope, don't want to do it that way because I have to do it this way. And so I want you to be open to the fact that you can be a magnet to miracles. And that is the stage that I am choosing for my life right now. That's why this came about today. I am stepping into my magnet to miracle stage where magic unfolds with ease. And I'm ready to have fun and enjoy the surprises life brings. Because when we allow, it can be so magical, right? Now that doesn't mean that you sit back and you're meditating all the time and you're not doing anything and everything's going to fall from the sky. That's not what that means. It means when you're focused on it and you're ready to be the magnet to miracles person, right? And you allow, then there are going to be these synchronistic things that are going to show up in your life. Like I just shared, some of the collaborative partners that I have right now, I could have never in my wildest dreams planned every little thing that came about to have those partnerships come together. Never, because a year ago, I didn't even know these people, right? And I'm having the best time with doing all of this stuff. And the collaborative partners that I have are just amazing. As a matter of fact, right now, for those that don't know, Sue Anderson and I have a group that is called Mining Your Acres of Diamonds. And we have a good bit of people in there. And we're pouring into them and doing weekly calls where we put them in the hot seat and we help them through something that's going on, whether it's the mindset or it's a business aspect, because Sue does more of the business line of things and I do more of the mindset. And then yesterday I had an amazing time doing a group hypnosis with them all about their money mindset, right? And so it is so much fun and I am having the best time. And I actually had someone reach out afterwards and saying, this was perfect. I kind of fell asleep at some point. Can't wait for the recording. So today I'm going to be getting the recording up and putting it in that group. And it's all about finding your acres of diamonds where you are, unearthing your talents, your gifts, and the mindset that helps you to get it out there, right? So it's beautiful. And so if you're interested in something like that, just definitely reach out to me and I can share the information for the group. It is a paid monthly membership, which you can stay for a month or you can stay for a year. It doesn't matter. But it is amazing. Sue even created some bots that help people with different things. And so it's really good, right? And then I'm about to unleash or open up the Find Your Voice program for everybody that's in here, because one of the things that holds a lot of people back is the mindset and stuff about being able to speak what they want, being able to share with others, because it can be very vulnerable when you've experienced something in your life and you're wanting to help someone that may have gone through something similar. It's very vulnerable to open yourself up to share. And so sometimes we need a little bit of hand holding to be able to speak our truth, to be able to do all of this, right? And it's a great way to connect with each other in the community. And finding my voice to be able to speak about what I do has been the most life-changing event that has ever happened to me. And I've had a lot of them, but this one really, really has opened up. It's almost like it opened up this portal to all the amazing things. And I want that for you. So I'll be posting about that as well. So now let me get back to the affirmation. I digress. I am stepping into my magnet to miracle stage, where magic unfolds with ease. That's the important thing. It's ease, right? What if, how many times do we say, that is so hard. Making money's hard. Doing that's hard. Marketing's hard. All these things. We put this label on the things that are hard. And hard is because we just don't know it yet. We don't know enough about it yet. So sometimes it's not necessarily that it's hard. We just haven't even tried, right? I know I've said the same thing before. That's just too hard. I don't want to do that. And so what if there was a way for it to be easy, right? And part of that comes from what we expect of ourselves. Let's say, for instance, you've got your business and you're wanting to get it out into the world and you don't know how to do it. So you say, well, it's just too hard. I don't know the steps to take. I don't know what to do. And you just stop. Well, now you have taken the ability that other people have to get to your material and change their lives. You've taken it away. And so maybe if you can kind of look at it as it's easy, all I have to do is begin. All I have to do is start. Because I can say in this community here, the Stand Up and Stand Out community, there are so many people that know so much about so many things, right? So you can always, if you're at a place where it's like, I'm feeling like this is hard, how can I make it easy? All you have to do is go into the group and make a post. This is something that I'm dealing with right now. Is there anybody that can help me? And just see what happens. How easy is that, right? So a lot of times we make things harder than they have to be because we're not willing to be vulnerable and say, I don't know. Or maybe we are, but we think people won't accept that. They won't help. And then we'll feel like we're kind of left out in limbo, right? So if that's you, definitely post things in the group. You can reach out to me with a direct message. If I know somebody that can help you, if I can't, then I will give you their information. This community is here for you. And I really am focused on making sure that you get what you need, right? So I have to know what you need. So put it in the group, reach out to me. It's amazing, right? So before I go into the journal prompt, I want to share, I was talking to you the other day about the program that I have called Shake Your Sugar, Shimmy Your Soul, where our physical movement in this is belly dancing, and we're learning step by step with videos, right? And so the interesting thing is, when I first started that program and Christine and I were doing it, and I had a person that was going to be doing the videos for me, and she's actually a client. And then she had an emergency come up and she wasn't able to do it. So then we were scrounging around. Where do we find these videos? Because I only had one 8-week program for belly dancing. Christine had 2 years, but it's been a while. So we didn't feel competent enough to just teach, right? And so we started looking around, and Christine introduced me to a lady that's on YouTube and I think she's on Instagram and everything, but she has a belly dancing course. And so I reached out to her and said, "Can I share your videos?" And I didn't realize that it took her about a week or so to get back with me with all the holidays. But when she reached back out, she said, "Yes, I can do that." And Christine had already gotten these other videos and we'd started putting them in the group. And so I said, "Well, that part's already taken care of." I said, "But I would love to have you as a guest expert in my group. And then I would love to have you on my podcast." And I thought, well, we'll see. I don't know if she'll respond or not. Well, she did. So she's actually going to be coming into this stand up and stand out community and sharing her expertise in belly dancing. And I'm so excited to have her. So she's going to be here on Monday, January 20th, at our 2 p.m. live session. And so I'm going to be creating the event today and telling a little bit about her, but I would love if you would show up. I have no idea what all we're going to talk about because I don't really know anything about her. Her name's Jennifer. I don't know how she got started with it, but I want to really talk to her and find out. And she does some amazing things with it. I even joined her program. So I'm excited, and I hope you get excited too, and that you'll be here. So, like I said, I wanted to stop so I would remember and to let you know that on the 20th, Jennifer's going to be here. And then I have another person that I'm talking to, and she's actually helping people write books. And so I'm going to be talking to her over the weekend and scheduling her at some point in our group, hopefully this month, so that you guys can get a little taste of writing and what it takes. And I don't even know. But I am about to start working with her, I believe, to help me write my book, because I feel like, like I said, a lot of times we have all the tools and things that we need, we think, and then we get started and it's like we kind of get to a place where it feels hard, right? And then what do? We find someone that can help us make it easy. And so I'm going to be working with Jamie B to make it easy. So I can't wait to have her in the group too. All right, so let me grab the journal prompt, and this one's a little longer, so it may not come all the way into the queue, but we shall see. Yeah, it's missing a part, but I'll tell you what it is. And then when I get finished today, I will be putting it in the description of the video in the Stand Up and Stand Out community. And I'm going to try to get better about going back into YouTube and doing that as well. But it's like, it's not hard. It's just my time is somewhere else, right? All right. So here is today's journal prompt. If you are in your magnet to miracle stage, which you are, because we've just decided that that is where we are, right? Our magnet to miracle stage in our life. What does this magical energy feel like? And like I've shared just in the past few days, many, many times, it's important to get into the essence of how something feels, because, you know, we do affirmations and journal prompts all the time, and you can say anything and it doesn't necessarily make it a change. But when you can say the thing and have an energy and a feeling about it, game changer, right? So what does the magical energy feel like? When you are in your magnet to miracles, when you can tap into that. So what I would like to ask you to do is, because I don't know who you are right now, as I've got some people watching, and there may be people on Instagram. I can't see that right now. But the thing is that, and on YouTube as well, the thing is that we are getting into this place where we're looking at magnet to miracle stage, right? And you may not feel like you're there now. You're not in the magnet to miracle stage. So what I want you to do is I want you to look back at a time in your life, and it doesn't matter how far back you have to go. If there was one time that you said, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened. That's this could be a miracle. This is so amazing," right? If there's any time in your life that you had that feeling, then I want you to just kind of go back to that time and feel all the feels of it. You know, I've told you I've been playing with the lottery thing to feel all the things about abundance, right? Not checking this lottery ticket, but just hanging on to it. And I don't know, the lottery ticket's good for a year, so I can play with it for a while, right? And before I check it, and that's okay. And it's knowing that it's there and that having this imagination of and playing with the feeling of checking those numbers. How would it feel as each number is put up and and it's on my ticket? How will that feel? How does it feel? So I can tap into that and just play with that, right? And so go back to a time in your life where you felt like you were a magnet to miracles. You were a magnet to these synchronicities that you just couldn't explain. And then remember the feel of when you realized, wow. Like I said, you know, I've got some collaborative partners right now that I'm amazed about all the time because the things that happen to be able to put us in the same place at the same time to want to do this together, I couldn't have planned it, but it happened and it is a miracle, right? So it could even be like if you've got a romantic partner and to meet this person, miracles had to happen, little synchronicities had to happen, whether somebody introduced you or not. It or how did you meet that person? How look at how just to have met that person, if somebody introduced you to someone, you had to know this other person for a while, or you maybe not. Maybe you just met them and then they still introduced you to someone. But that one person, how did you meet them? Where's the significance? How did that happen? And it's like, could you have orchestrated all that on your own? No, no. So step into whatever it is that shows up in your life that is a miracle, a synchronicity that you couldn't have planned, and then really tap into that feel. Magnet to miracles. And then I want you to dive deep and how would your life change? How would your life change? And what fun, unexpected miracles would make you laugh, smile, or say, wow, I can't believe this is happening. So, as you tap into your magnet to miracle stage and you're allowing the energy, the synchronicities to put you in the right place at the right time. And, you know, I've said many times that opportunities sometimes show up as obstacles. So sometimes a little obstacle will pop up, which will put you in a different path. And that's where the miracle is. And if you'd stayed on your path and no obstacle had shown up, you would have passed by that miracle without even recognizing that it was there. You know, one of the things that it makes me think of, what is it? The movie You've Got Mail. And I'm dating myself here. So if you've never watched it, definitely watch it. But you know, it's a dial-up. They have the AOL old thing, You've Got Mail. But the funny thing is that they are the two characters are Meg Ryan and why all of a sudden his name just went out of my head. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The two main characters are communicating online and they're really connecting, right? and they live in the same area and they don't know it. But the interesting thing is as they're out and about walking, you see their paths come really close together. They almost bump into each other. They go in and out of the same store. They stop by the same place. You see it. But see, they can't because they don't realize that that person is there. That is who they're communicating with. So there are people in our lives and things in our life that we kind of almost we're dancing with all the time. They're there, but we're just not connecting. And when you can be open to being the magnet to miracles and you're allowing whatever is supposed to happen, and as long as it's for the good of you and all involved, then what'll happen is instead of crossing paths and just kind of going around one another, going in and out of the same doors and that kind of thing, suddenly you'll connect in another way. Whether it's somebody hands you the wrong drink and it's like, wait a minute, that's not my drink. And that you start looking, where's George? Where's George? Okay, here, George, here's your drink. And then you start talking, right? There's a synchronicity there. What if you're walking down the street and someone drops something on the ground and you say, wait, you just dropped this, and you pick it up and you hand it to them. And then there's this connection. You couldn't have planned that. And if you hadn't been open to the magnet to miracles, you would have walked on by and either would not have picked it up or wouldn't even notice that it hit the ground. So that's what I'm talking about. When you are ready and you're there for the magnet to miracles life, the simplest little things change your life. So I know we've got some people here watching, and thank you for being here today. And let's see where we are on time. Okay, so I'm going to go back to our affirmation. I am now stepping into my magnet to miracle stage. I choose, I decide that I am. And remember, anything that comes after the words I am holds so much power. So be very careful about your I am statements. We want to make sure they are expressing the power of who we are and the direction we want our life to go, not where we might have been or how we may feel in the moment, right? Because whatever's happening in your life today, right here, right this second, is not because of what you're thinking right now. It's because of what you thought yesterday, earlier today, last week, last month. And you get to decide right now that you can step into this magnet miracle stage. I mean, think about it. If you're in the as you are, if you're in the miracle, the magnet to miracle stage, and you go somewhere, just be aware that you're a magnet to miracles, and something is going to transpire. That's going to be later, you're going to look and say, oh my gosh, that was such a miracle. I can't believe that happened. It happens all the time. We're just not paying attention. So I invite you today to start paying attention to the miracles that show up in your life. And I've shared before, I have a journal that I don't always write in it. I am not 100% doing this all the time myself, right? There's days that I don't. There's days that I may feel a little bit down. But the thing is I catch myself really quick and I pop out of it, right? There's times that I cry. Things aren't going right. I let it out, I let it go, and then right there, right? So this journal that I have by my bed, it says, miracles I witnessed today. And then I write in it as often as I can, but I have other journals that I write in. So it's not always that one. But I'm thinking right now, as I'm talking to you guys, that I'm going to be making sure that that one is the one that is sitting by my bed that I write in. The rest of this the rest of this month, I'm going to be opening my journal of miracles and writing in it every day. I'm declaring that. So when I get off here, I'll be going and moving that one from where it is over to beside the bed so that I will write in that. And I like doing that at night because when I get in the bed, I do a little bit of inspection, of what I feel. I have a Healy, so I work with my frequency a little bit, and then I write in my journal. And to me, that is the best place to be more relaxed. You're not rushing to get anywhere, and you've had a whole day of miracles to look at. And so I invite you, get your journal out and do that. So like I said, the affirmation today, put it on your index card, the screensaver on your phone, your sticky notes, put it somewhere that you see it today to remind yourself. Because sometimes we need reminding, right? We get busy, we're doing something, and then a little thing pops up on our phone that says, you're a magnet to miracles. It's like, oh, yes, I am, right? Set some little alerts. I do that every now and then where I'll set an alert that tells me something nice about me or something nice about the world. It makes me feel better and makes my day better. So that's something that you can do. And it's very easy to just put something in your calendar and then set an alert for it. I do that, right? Maybe try that and see how that feels. But I am now stepping into my magnet to miracle stage where magic unfolds with ease, and I'm ready to have fun and enjoy the surprises life brings. And then our journal prompt. And like I always say, I suggest to get your journal out, your notebook out, put the affirmation in the journal prompt and the date so that you can come back later and see what was going on for you today. So somewhere in the future, you can come back and look and say, oh, look at those miracles I was looking for. Happened, every single one of them, right? Wouldn't that be fun to come back and look? So your journal prompt, if you're in your magnet to miracle stage, which you are, what does that magical energy feel like? What does it feel like? Dive deep. How would your life change? And what kind of fun would you have if unexpected miracles would make you laugh and smile or say, wow, I can't believe this is happening right now. This is magical. What would change in your life if every day you discovered a miracle, an unexpected miracle in your life? How would that change things? So you write it all down in your journal or your notebook, and then you take 10 to 15 minutes and just sit in total silence to allow your inner guidance, your God voice to be right there at the tip of your fingers so that when your timer goes off, you just write. Because there could be so much that shows up for you with this journal prompt if you allow it to flow. And then, like I said, when you come back and you look and you see, wow, my life changed in so many different ways that I didn't even realize, right? So not only think about it. So not only how would your life change, but what fun, unexpected miracles happened to you that had you say, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening, made you laugh and smile. And the little synchronicities are so delicious. I'm telling you, allow them to come. And one of the things that I help people with is being able to consciously be open and unconsciously be open to all the miracles in their life. to start recognizing things, to get clarity, to move forward with purpose and desire and miracles. And as a hypnotist, I help people with that all the time. So if it's something that you need a little bit of direction with, you need a little bit of help. Because what did I say? If something feels hard, it's not necessarily that it's hard, it's that you just need a little bit of help, a little bit of direction, and I can help. So definitely reach out. I'm going to put a link to my calendar, and you can schedule a short conversation, and we can just talk and see if I can help you. And if I can't help you, I can direct you to somebody who can. I promise. All right. So you have an amazing day today, being that magnet to miracles. And I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going, what is tomorrow? Friday, right? I'm getting so confused on days. All right. So tomorrow I will see you at 9 a.m. Eastern. And I can't wait to see the miracles that show up in your life.